is there a new role called Chief Digital Officer or Deputy or Digital Manager or Digital Executive? Each digital as a function. For example, your finance, market, HR, these are various functional domains. This digital is emerging in my mind as a separate functional domain. We need digital people at various levels, headed by Chief Digital Officer. The question is there a trend in favor of that? If so, what is that role supposed to do? Digital officers. So let me start with the first question. Is there a need for such a function? The answer is absolutely yes. There is no doubt in my mind. Why? First and foremost, the entire world is going digital. Now, what do you mean by going digital? When you say going digital, the very conventional definition of digital means analog to digital. Analog is a continuous measurement, digital is a discrete measurement. So all your data is kept in digital form. That's a very low end of definition of digital. Digital transformation of companies or organizations or countries means every single process. You ask a question. Can we convert this manual process or a face-to-face process to a digital process? And a good example of a digital process is our returns filing, income tax returns. 25 years ago, all of us used to fill up a form, income tax return, a painful form, chartered accountant fill up, then we submit it, go and deposit in the income tax office and get a rubber stamp. This used to happen. And there used to be a lot of pressure in the last day, heavy pressure, rubber stamp will not be there. Several years ago, slowly the country decided we'll accept online, then it went up further. So digitization means the way things are done completely changes. It's a transformation of process. I think the point I'm making is the world is going digital. Most importantly, India has gone digital. On 5 or 6 dimensions, we can see the digitalization. For example, transactions, railway reservation, airline reservation. You're eating food when you want to order food, you go digital, right? Your financial transactions like bank transactions, your wallets. So if you look at India, is probably the pioneer in the world of going digital. For all community services or citizen services, for example, Jan Dhan account, every single vegetable vendor today has a small card. Please sir, click on it and pay. Because she got a Jan Dhan account, you can pay the money immediately. She clicks and notes and you are paid the money. So I think my point was, if world is going digital, India is going digital, companies also have to go digital. Companies have to re-examine the way they were doing things and try and use 3 things. One, use more and more online. When you go online means self-service model. Self-services increases, the cost of transaction comes down. So that's the fundamental benefit of going digital. Second part about this digital world, when the processes go digital, you bring a lot of automation. Automation, for example, today there are fantastic tools available. So second trend which is really going to be beneficial when you go digital is the great opportunities for automation. And automation cuts down people's repetitive jobs, it cuts down the tiredness and boredom of jobs, it also reduces the errors in their calculations. So second advantage of digitalization is automation. Third and most important advantage of digitalization, which many people don't talk about, telling you about it, is measurement. Measurement, what it does, puts everybody on their toes. For example, employees. If you don't ask an employee, what did you do today? You ask an employee once in a month, what did you do? He tell you 4 things. You won't remember what he did. He doesn't remember what he did. But if you build digital measurement on a daily basis, you can track every employee. What did he do? Was he productive? Was he done as per the norms? So digitization brings a huge amount of measurement. And from the measurement comes reports, analytics, and also most importantly, finding out who's productive and not productive. I'll give you a small example of digitization advantage on collection. In the past, what used to happen, companies used to raise an invoice and wait for the collection. And they will do aging of what is called invoice. This is called aging of invoices. If payment has not come, then a payment has not. Today, not only can you do aging, you can also talk about whether the invoicing itself was done on time. When was the invoice due? When was the invoice raised? And this immediately impacting your collection efficiency. So we are moving into that world. So Chief Digital Officer job is primarily to convert as many processes as possible into a digital process. Second, which is very, very important, which many people don't do, It's not about changing the technology, it's not about changing the process, it's about transforming the people who are doing those processes. So change management or people digital transformation is also one of the critical tasks which has to be done when you do digital transformation. And for that, Chief Digital Officer and his team has to work with the business team to design training programs, to design measurement models, to try and measure productivity evaluations. The idea is, together with the business, they have to collaborate with the business to train the people to adopt the digital processes. The third, which is most fundamental thing in digital transformation. These first two things I talked about, how do you transform what you are currently doing to a new way of doing things. But there's a third thing to it. How do you do new things? The digital transformation gives you opportunity to find out what things you can do better. What are the new things you can launch, new products and services. So it creates a new world of possibilities. This is the Chief Digital Transformation Officer. The digital officer does not bring in new products and services if it doesn't result in new opportunities and possibilities. Then transforming the existing operations into digital transformation is only 50%. So all the three has to happen. And that's what a Chief Digital Officer does. Transform your current processes into digital processes. Buy the technology, software, develop software, implement it. Work collaboratively with business team to transform people to adopt the new processes. And fourth, work closely with HR and other people to create a culture of innovation, new thinking, new products, new possibilities, so the company goes into a new realm of working. Thank you.